Hi, welcome to Japan by Food. I'm your host, Shizuka Anderson. Today I'm going to be exploring 3 unique and innovative cafes within the Shibuya area, ranging from the historical and traditional Japanese Kissaten style to the healthy and vegan-friendly, as well as the contemporary and artistic. So today, all of these cafes are going to be located within the same walking distance, which means that you can experience 3 very unique but very special cafe experiences within one day. Let's go check them out. My first cafe of the day is famous for its incredible 3D latte art. It's called Reissue and was opened in 2015 by a man who supposedly first came up with the idea of 3D latte art. He is a very famous latte artist and started out in humble beginnings, learning how to make lattes at a French restaurant and slowly starting to make designs on the latte, which quickly took off on social media. After that, he was inspired by the foam on a hot chocolate at another French restaurant and started experimenting with 3D latte. And eventually, he decided to open his own shop, and here we are today. So I'm really excited to see what kind of incredible latte art we can try today. Let's go check it out. This cafe, you can order any kind of latte art that you like by showing a picture, and you can get, well, logos, you can get nigaoe, which means like a caricature of your face, or 3D latte arts. For my 3D latte art, I'm thinking of using a photo of my dog, and I'm very excited to see how it turns out in 3D form. But of course, other than an original drawing, you can also get Pikachu, Pokemon characters, Totoro, Disney characters, Snoopy, anything like that. And today I'd like to try the vanilla latte because vanilla lattes are rather uncommon to me. I don't see them a lot on Japanese cafe menus, so I'm really interested to try that. Here is my 3D latte art. It turned out fantastic. I actually requested an original 3D latte art using a photo of my dog that I used to have. They've got the ears pointing up, and you can see this little eyebrows and his long little nose. I think they did excellent. She makes the latte and then sets some foam on the bottom, and then you have to wait for a minute or 2, and it depends on the weather or the humidity, how long you have to wait, and make sure that there's enough firm base to build your 3D art on top of. So let's give it a try. Yay, so cute. Oh, that is really good. I love that. It's got a nice, it's a latte, but it's got a nice hint of vanilla. It's a little bit sweet, but not too sweet. Nice balance of coffee and vanilla flavor. Really delicious. And of course, the top is super fluffy and foamy. As you can see, people from all over the world come to this cafe, and they have this amazing little world map that you can put a sticker on to show where you're from, and I think that's a really sweet idea. And they're letting me put a sticker from where I'm from, which is Alberta, Canada, in Edmonton. And I'm really surprised that there's actually a lot of people who come from there. And there's lots of people coming from the US, LA, I think New York as well, and also parts of Europe, all over the world. And this cafe has been covered by lots of media from all around the world as well. So clearly it's a very popular place to visit. Next, I'd like to try the 2D latte art, and I'm very excited to try this because I think this is a good opportunity for them to showcase their artistic skills, especially. So I've decided to request a caricature of my own face, which I'm actually just really curious to see how it turns out. So I'm gonna give that a try using the honey latte because I think that sounds delicious. I'm so curious, so curious, so curious. I now have my 2D latte art, and it looks almost exactly like the photo I gave her. So really, really amazing skill of the artists here. That is really nice as well. The latte art itself is drawn with chocolate. So you get this nice little aftertaste of chocolate in your mouth, but the bottom part is a honey latte. So it's a really creamy latte, but with just a hint of sweetness to it, which comes from the honey. And of course the foam on top gives it a nice creaminess. It's a very easy to drink latte. I hope all of you guys can come visit Reissue in Harajuku and try out your very own 3D latte or 2D original art as well. And maybe you can even place your sticker on your hometown on the world map. Anyway, let's go check out the next location just down the street. I am now at HealthyTOKYO CBD Shop and Cafe, which is in the heart of Tokyo, but in a little side street of Harajuku, so it's surprisingly quiet and very peaceful out here. And this shop in particular, it focuses on CBD products as well as vegan, all vegan food and mostly gluten-free foods as well. And they're actually a pioneer in CBD products in Tokyo. So this is a really interesting spot and great for health products and being healthy in Tokyo. So let's see what kind of amazing gluten-free and vegan as well as CBD infused foods we can try today.
Better late than never for you and me. Better late than never.
Wow, I've got all of my food and drinks here now. I'm gonna start by drinking my ginger sparkle drink, which is basically a CBD infused. And this particular ginger ale is infused with a yuzu CBD oil. Let's give it a try. That is really good. It definitely tastes like a spicy ginger ale, but I do taste a hint of, what is that? Could it just be that I've never really had CBD oil before? I feel like I taste a hint of yuzu citrus, as well as like a little bit of a sweetness that I'm not really familiar with. Maybe it's the CBD oil, but it's very good. It's got a great gingery spice and just the right amount of sweetness to balance that off. This is a really delicious looking and delicious smelling, all vegan, gluten-free lasagna. And I am a huge fan of lasagna. So I'm very excited to try this and see how the vegan and gluten-free alternative tastes. Oh, yum. So many layers of this lasagna. Let's give it a try. I love that. I would never have known that that was gluten-free or vegetarian or vegan, now that I mention it. What I found to be quite interesting was the consistency of the pasta, which is a little bit softer than I think your usual pasta, and the reason is because it is made of rice. So it kind of melts in your mouth, or it falls apart in your mouth a little bit more easily, but it is so soft and so delicious. Now I'm on to my dessert menu. I'm trying the cafe latte, but it's not just any cafe latte. It has been infused with a mint CBD oil right here. I'm very interested to try a coffee with CBD oil in it. Here we go. That's lovely, and that's unlike anything I've ever tried before. You get a delicious coffee flavor, of course, and it's nice and creamy because it's a latte, but it does have a slight hint of mint. I wouldn't say it's very strong though. It's just like it's a really soft and delicate aftertaste. And let's give the cakes a try because these look fantastic. I am a huge fan of both cheesecake and gâteau chocolat. And of course, these are both gluten-free and vegan. So they're great for anybody who's looking for a gluten-free alternative or vegan alternative. Let's dig into this cake. Here we go. Oh, but the cake is so rich. It's perfect for chocolate lovers, and it's very soft, and it kind of melts in your mouth as well. So yeah, if you're ever looking for like a good vegan alternative, good gluten-free food, this is a great option. And finally, I've saved one of the best for last. This is one of the more popular drinks at this cafe. It is a very high quality matcha latte. And this one is also infused with a yuzu CBD oil. And what's really special about this matcha latte is that they use all organic matcha, and this is actually the highest grade of matcha that you can get in Japan. There's a lot of various grades or levels of quality of matcha, and this is a grade A matcha. So I'm excited to see what this tastes like. It smells so good. Oh, it tastes so good too. You do get a lot of lovely matcha flavor, but it's not too bitter or overpowering. And you do get the hint of CBD oil. I can really smell it and taste it in this one. That's fantastic. It is so relaxing and so warm and makes you feel nice and cozy on a cold day. So if you guys are looking for something CBD or especially healthy or gluten-free and vegan friendly, this is the place to come. I am now in a 30-year-old cafe that may be one of Shibuya's best kept secrets. They've preserved the history of Japanese coffee in this cafe, despite the bustling and the ever-changing city outside of it. So let's see what they have to offer here. I've just received my freshly brewed cup of coffee. It came in a most beautiful cup that the coffee master has selected for me. I think he made a good choice. It looks so elegant and so beautiful. It looks like an antique cup. I'm ready to give this a sip. But first, let's enjoy it with a delicious slice of cake. This is a chiffon cake that is very popular at this shop. It's a homemade maple chiffon cake. The color looks infused with maple flavor, and the cream is also very generously. Let's start with the fantastic cup of coffee. I asked for something that has a little bit of a fruity flavor profile to it, and it does have this fruity, slightly sour taste. You can really enjoy the flavor of those coffee beans, but with a hint of bitterness as well. So it's not overly sour or overly fruity. Like a little hint of cream. I do like a little bit of cream in my coffee. Let's try. Very good. Oh, I love how that changes the flavor a little bit. You can enjoy it both ways. Now let me take a bite of this delicious looking fluffy chiffon cake. Oh, it is so fluffy and spongy. And it is nicely doused in cream. Itadakimasu. Oh my goodness. That is really good. The maple flavor kind of comes afterward, but it is not lacking in maple flavor, even though the cake itself is so light and airy. It feels like a little step into heaven. And I don't see that in a cliche way, it just feels like clouds. And the one thing I'd like to add is I think that the reason why this maple chiffon cake is so popular, this is actually their most popular cake, is I think that the maple flavor goes so well with a cup of coffee. And it's got that sweet but slightly, what would you call that? Like, not burnt, but like a burnt caramel, kind of like a roasted caramel, but roasted maple flavor. It's a very good match. Well, as you guys can see, coffee culture in Japan is booming, and it is, I think, more popular than ever at this moment in time. And in particular, I think my favorite spot so far has possibly been this cafe, because it is just so unique, and it also preserves the history of coffee in Japan very nicely, because coffee's been around in Japan for a long time, and I think this cafe's kind of seen the ups and downs of the coffee trends, but they remain almost ever unchanging. And I love that they really focus on not including Wi-Fi in the cafe on purpose, not having a home page, because this is what cafes used to be like. You didn't come here and like play with your phone. You come here and you enjoy a cup of coffee, and you might read a book, you might read a newspaper. And I love that they preserve that in their whole reason for being. And I think that they're going to keep this going forward. And I think that actually this is more necessary than ever in our modern day tech life, So if you guys are interested in having a really good cup of coffee, don't overlook Tokyo because we've got a lot of great spots, and this one in particular is a hidden gem. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed our coffee video today. If you'd like more about coffee, feel free to let us know down below in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as usual. See you guys in the next episode of Japan by Food. Bye-bye.